Let us understand the concept of nodal analysis by solving a problem. Before solving the problem, let us see what actually a node is. Node Nodes are those junctions in an electrical circuit which are connected to two or more components. Here in this diagram we have 1, 2 and 3 nodes, and remaining all are just junctions. These three are also called as junctions, but and also as nodes. So these three junctions are called as nodes because we can observe that these three junctions are connected to two or more components. We name this junction as junction 1, this as junction 2, and this as junction 3. So if we look at junction 1, then we can observe that there are two resistors R1 and R2 and a current component I1 connected to it. So this junction is called as node. From the definition of what is a node, you can say that junction 1 is a node. And in the similar way, if we take a look at junction 2, here there are three resistors R2, R3 and R4 connected to this junction. So we can say by the definition of what is a node, this junction is also called as a node. In a similar way, this junction is also called as a node because here R1, R3 and the current I2 are connected to it. So here the three components are connected to the junction 3. So this junction is also called as a node. And we can observe that no other junction than these three junctions are connected to two or more components, due to which this circuit only has three nodes. So this is the way we identify the number of nodes or what is a node in a circuit. Now let us solve a problem to understand the nodal analysis without a voltage source much better. From this circuit we can identify four nodes, this and this as a node, this as a node, cause these are connected to like more than two electrical components, so these are called nodes, and we can say this as a node. Now let us set any of the node as a reference node, that is v equals to 0. So let us set this as a reference node, which means we are connecting this node to the earth, which will become v equals to 0. And we know that when some electrical components are connected in parallel, they must have the same potential. So the potential here will be 0 and the potential here will be 0 too. Now we are left with three non-reference nodes. Let us name them 1, 2 and 3. And let us consider the potential at node 1 as V1, and at node 2 let it be V2, and let us consider at node 3 as V3. We usually use the sign convention as positive if the currents are exiting the node and as negative if the currents are entering the node. So let us write the sign convention first. So let us consider this as a junction, and if the current is exiting the junction, then we will take the sign of that current as positive, and in a similar way if the currents are entering the junction, then we take the sign of that current as negative. Now let us consider some currents. So let us consider the current through this 2 ohm resistor from node 1 is I1, and through this 3 ohm resistor is I2, and we are already given a current source of 4 amperes in this branch, so we consider this as 4 amperes. We are given this with 4 ampere current. As I2 is exiting out of node 1, it will enter the node 2 from here, as we know that the current remains same in the series connection. So this will be I2
and we are already given with the current through the 4 ohm resistor as Ix, and we are already given the current through this branch as 4 of Ix. So we are done with V1 the first node, V2 the second node, and now here we know that the current I1 passes through the 2 ohm resistor and it enters into the third node. So we name this as I1, and here the current here we are already given with the 4ix current exiting the node. So this is 4ix, and here we need to consider a current I3 exiting the node. So this is the way we decide the directions of the current in an electrical circuit for the nodal analysis. Now let us write the equations of these nodes. Now let us write the KCL equations at the first node. Uh, we know from the law of KCL that sum of the currents entering or exiting the node must be equal to 0. That is, the KCL law states that sum of the currents entering or exiting a node must be 0. So let us consider a junction. Let us consider some currents entering or and as well as exiting the node. So this is I3. Let us consider some currents. So according to KCL law, we can write the equation at this node as I1, sorry, minus I1 and minus I3 plus I2 and plus I4. Here the signs before these currents are decided by the sign convention we have which we have already discussed about. So here, as the I1 current is entering the node, we took its sign as negative, which we have already discussed here. And here the I2 current is exiting the node, so we took its sign as positive, which we have already discussed here. So according to sign conventions and the KCL rule, we write the equations of each of these three nodes, and if we solve those three obtained equations, we get our required voltages of the three non-reference nodes. So if you take a look at the first node, then we can see that the current I1 is exiting the node, and the current I2 is exiting the node as well, and 4 amps current is entering the node. So by general sign convention that we have discussed here, we will have I1 as positive, I1 as positive and I2 as positive as well, and the 4 amps current as negative. If we write them in an equation by using the Kirchhoff's current law, then we get them as I1. So at node 1, so we can write its equation as I1 plus I2 minus 4 amps equals 0. Now by using Ohm's law, we know that V equals IR. We can rewrite this equation as I equals V by R. Now let us rewrite this equation in terms of the voltage and resistor. Here you can see that the current I2 is traveling from the potential V1 to V2, and we know that the current always travels from higher potential to lower potential. So we can say that V1 is greater than V2 as the current is traveling from V1 to V2. So we can write the current I2 as I2 equals V1 minus V2, as the potential V1 is greater. So we subtract V2 from V1, and from the Ohm's law we know that current is V by R. So we have the potentials here. So we need to write the resistor connecting those two potentials, that is the 3 ohm resistor. So we write it as V1 minus V2 by 3. This is the voltage form of the current I2, and for the current I1 we can take it as and for the current I1 we can take it as I1 equals V1 minus V3 by 2. As we can see from the diagram that the current I1 starts from the potential V1 and terminates at the potential V3, due to which we know that the current travels from higher potential to a lower potential. So V1 must be a higher potential than V3. So as V1 is a higher potential, uh, as V1 is a higher potential, we take the current I1 as V1 minus V3 by 2. Here we took the resistor as 2 because the branch connecting the potential V1 to the potential V3 where the current I1 travels is through the 2 ohms resistor. So from Ohm's law, I equals to V by R, we took the value of R as 2 ohms. So if we rewrite this equation in terms of voltage, we obtain so we have the value of I1 as V1 minus V3 by 2, and we have the value of I2 as V1 minus V2 by 3, and we have 4 amps current which is equals to 0. So by taking LCM we get 3V1 minus 3V3 plus 2V1 minus 2V2 minus 24 equals 0, and here 3 plus 2 5V1, so this 2 3 plus 2 5V1 minus this 2V2 minus 3V3 minus equals 24. So this is our first equation. So in the similar way, if we write the KCL equation for node 2, here we can see that for node 2 we have the current I2 entering the junction and IX exiting out of the junction and 4IX entering into the junction. So if we write the equation of the KCL for the node 2, we get minus I2 plus IX minus 4IX is 0. So minus I2 plus Ix minus 4 I of x is 0. So if we rewrite this equation, then we obtain I2 plus 3 I of x is 0. Now if we write this equation in terms of voltage, then we can write the current I2 as from here V1 minus V2 by 3. So I2 will be V1 minus V2 by 3, and the value of Ix will be here the value of the current Ix will be V2 minus 0 by 4, as we know that V2 is at higher potential than V of 0. So the current Ix can be expressed in the form of V2 minus V0 by 4, as the current Ix is passing through the 4 ohm resistor. So we can write the current Ix as V2 minus V0 by 4. We know that the value of V0, that is the reference node, is 0. So we can write Ix equals V2 by 4. So this is the value of Ix. By substituting this and this in this equation, we obtain V1 minus V2 by 3, so plus 3 of v2 by 4 is 0. By taking LCM, we obtain 4v1 minus 4v2 plus 9v2 equals 0. So here, so 4v1, this becomes 5v2 equals 0. This is our second equation from the second node. Now if we solve this for node 3, third node, then we can write the equation as 4i of x plus i3 minus i1 equals 0, as 4i of x current is exiting the node, i3 current is also exiting the node, but the current i1 is entering the node. Here we can see that the current i1 is entering the node, i3 is exiting the node, and 4i of x is also exiting the node. So we can write its KCL equation as such. Now if we express this in terms of voltages by using Ohm's law, then we know that the value of I1 from the previous analysis. So yeah, the value of I1 is V1 minus V3 by 2. So we write it here, V1 minus V3 by 2. And we know the value of Ix2, which is from the node 2. Yeah, the value of Ix will be V2 by 4. So we write it here, V2 by 4. And we know that the potential V3, this potential V3 will be higher than the potential V0. So the current I3 which passes through the resistor 6 ohms starting at V3 towards V0, so this current I3 can be expressed as I3 equals V3 minus V0 by 6. We already know that the value of V0, which is the reference node, is equals to 0. So the current I3 becomes V3 by 6. So substituting this and this in this current equation, we obtain 4 into V2 by 4 plus we have the value of I3 as V3 by 6 minus V1 minus V3 by 2. Now by taking LCM and solving it, we obtain V2 plus V3 by 6 minus V1 minus V3 by 2. So 6V2 plus V3 minus 3V1 plus 3V3. So this is equal to 0, actually equals to 0. So this becomes minus 3V1 plus 4V3 and plus 6V2 equals 0. On rearranging this equation, on rewriting this equation, we obtain 3V1 minus 4V3 minus 6V2 equals to 0. So now by solving the equations using KCL on these three nodes, we obtain three different equations. So let us rewrite them in a place. Equation obtained by solving node 1 is this is the equation we did obtain by solving node 1, which is 5v1 minus 2v2 minus 3v3 is 24. So let us write it down. 5v1 minus 2v2 and minus 3v3 is 24. So this is minus 3v3 is 24. And the equation obtained by solving node 2 is, so this is the equation obtained by solving node 2, which is 4v1 plus 5v2 is 0. So let us write it down. 4v1 plus 5v2 is 0, and the equation obtained by solving node 3 is as 3v1 minus 4v3 minus 6v2 is 0. Now by solving these three equations, we obtain the value of v1, v2 and v3, which are our required answer. We can solve these three equations either by using substitution method or by using Cramer's rule.